Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're back for another movie reaction. So after the success of like uploading Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn, man, it's kind of like a tongue twister. Forward Unto Dawn movie reaction, and it finally managed to get on YouTube. But like I put in the comments and my post saying like I managed to fix some of like the issues of why they blocked it and put in like the copyright of 1976 into the description, so it's allowed on YouTube and people can watch the content. But the issue was it cannot be monetized because basically it's a visual claim of literally almost the entire video. The only thing that was not claimed was my intro and outro. So basically if it shows the movie, they just said like you either remove it or like you either remove it. But the thing is, like I said, it's almost the entire video, so basically the monetization, like all the ad revenue and everything, is going to them, and but that's the compromise I gotta make to like let the video up. So this is gonna be another Halo movie. The other one is called Halo: The Fall of Reach. Now this is the second Halo movie you guys have been recommending to me, so I decided to check it out, and I can't believe it's free on YouTube, by the way. I'm watching this on YouTube. And basically in the description it says relive the origin of the legendary Master Chief and the Spartan program. So basically it looks like we're gonna be going back a little bit, like excuse me, like way back before the game franchise, and seeing like Master Chief John 117 and the Spartans, like the origins of like I guess like how the Spartan program came to be, and if it's gonna be Spartan Mark II's, then definitely there's gonna be Dr. Halsey in there. So without anything else, let's get into it.
Where's the chief?
So it's more animation rather than live action. Okay.
We're lucky command let us come at all.
John 117.
Most of it's gone. But yeah, it's the place.
Then let's do this.
Is that the same voice actor from the game? Oh, there's a novel?
Private journal entry. Encrypt Halsey 424-3.
So
There were
this
many
is Halsey
branches in
speaking?
that path, but ultimately they all flowered, I think. John was
Sleep
the
mode
first
applied.
seed. I couldn't personally screen every candidate. The outer colonies were simply too scattered, too distant. But I had to set an example for the other extraction teams. So the first candidate I dealt with personally.
So Dr. Halsey, very first candidate she ever encountered was John? Wow. That explains why Dr. Halsey shows like a bit more like affection, and I don't want to say affection, but a bit more interest towards John compared to the other Spartans. Is that Halsey?
Dr. Halsey,
Are these shuttles all so
Yep.
damned claustrophobic?
what are we doing here? This area is dangerous. It's been an insurrectionist stronghold for years.
Meaning,
Meaning the insurrection isn't some ragtag group of colonial rowdies. Torin, list rebel acts of violence in this sector last 5 days.
72 hours ago, insurrectionists destroy emergency food caravan. 18 hours ago, rebellion raids merchant vessel, murders entire...
I am painfully aware of the rebellion, Lieutenant. Something
Okay, so the insurrections, the insurgents are the #1 targets besides the Covenant, but I don't know if they discovered Covenant yet. Elysium City, Readiness 2, August 17, 2517. So this is where John's from?
like a father. This child could be more useful to the UNSC than a fleet of destroyers, 1,000 lieutenants. Ah, there's our young man.
Well, with what we've seen in the game, she's not exactly wrong.
Journal entry. Same encryption scheme.
Who's next?
John was the first, and he was the best.
So that's John?
Sense his unformed potential. I simply need
Damn!
to away everything else to get to it. To shape it. Form him into everything I knew he would eventually
Ooh!
become.
John, like all of our candidates, is 6 years old.
So he's
Like the
6 years
others,
old,
he
but
has
he's
all the
already
genetic
able to
markers.
fight like that?
There's something else that makes him of interest. Hello,
So was this a game or
What's
was he
your
just
name?
fighting?
It's John,
and what game were you playing, John? War?
King of the Hill.
Mom says I'm too rough with the other kids.
Okay.
You like games? So do I.
She may be a little
I'll have
right. She
another
may be
game,
right, considering the
you're
fact that
interested.
you headbutted and kicked another
This
kid.
is a coin. Win the game, and you keep the coin. You see the two sides?
Yes, a man and a bird.
Which side will land up?
Bird,
Very good. Again.
man,
Again.
man, bird, bird.
5 out of 5, John. That's unusual.
You said I could keep it if
Wow.
I won.
Yes.
I cursed myself for using his name. I couldn't afford the luxury of fondness.
Okay, so she doesn't want to get attached. So basically, she does not want to get
It all fell
attached.
into place
Reach
so
military
quickly after
complex.
John. It wasn't long before I had my final candidates.
All 6 years old.
These are the 75, Deja.
75 kids.
Confidential journal entry. I thought it all the way through. I am
Oh!
certain it will be worthwhile. Children were being acquired and shipped, like freight, to the planet Reach.
087 Kelly.
Lacra, but nigh impossible to detect.
117 John.
If I could have used the clones, of course I would have. But the damn things broke down faster than we could grow them. We needed real children. Whole children.
058 Linda.
It was a regrettable, but necessary deception.
104 Frederick.
I needed those subjects. Orion 2 would not have succeeded built on a foundation of compromise.
So the clones they replace with don't live long.
Per Naval Code 45812, you are hereby conscripted into UNSC Special Project codenamed Orion 2, Spartan 2. Your parents are gone.
Okay?
The planet Reach is your new home.
So basically, each and every one of the children is like naturally stronger and faster, like genetically, so that's why.
Mom?
Wake up, trainee! I said
Whoa!
up! You know which way up is? Last one up gets it, Jorge!
My name's pronounced George.
Don't you backtalk me, Jorge!
Oh! I hear the name Kelly get thrown a lot by you guys. Naval Officers Academy on Reach.
Is I am Chief Mendez. I am your commanding officer.
Naturally, they didn't all make it. We expected dropouts. There were accidents, incidents, bad luck. Better that we separated the chaff from the wheat immediately.
So they're starting to have casualties. How many died?
Xerxes wanted to send a message, John. But he failed, and just 300 Spartans saved Greece. Yes!
Okay, so that's their inspiration.
Today's mission is ring the bell.
What did we win, sir?
You win dinner, 117. Last team to finish goes without dinner.
That's one hell of a motivation. You want to eat, you better win.
I knew John was a natural leader.
John, little help? First.
He certainly did that.
Hey, thanks for nothing. Ugh.
Oh,
Good work, trainees. Everybody eats. Except 117 and his team. You were first, but your team came in last. And you don't win unless your team wins.
now that's a good lesson.
It won't happen again.
And that was it. Logic, consequences, spark of leadership.
Okay, well, John
All
learned.
things I saw in him from the start.
That explains how he became the Master Chief. 2 years later, Wilderness Training Preserve.
The mission is simple. You will be individually deployed and use your piece of the puzzle to navigate to the extraction point. Last trainee to make it to extraction will be left behind.
Damn.
Sam, the river. I got it. Pass the word. Quietly.
Alright, so he's trying to help the other candidates like make it by telling them the river's the key to like finding something or way back. Okay, picking some berries. I guess for food rations.
Look what I found.
Blueberries? Nice!
Okay, so with the time pass, instead of like looking after himself, John is starting to like look after one another. So that's good. That's a good leader characteristic to have.
One of those map fragments was bogus, but I'm sure this is the extraction point. Almost a day's hike from here.
Okay, so
Then
they
we
all
better get moving.
regrouped.
And what I find fascinating is that even though you think you've prepared for every eventuality,
They're armed, but they aren't in uniform. And they don't look like soldiers. Insurrectionists, maybe?
every contingency...
There's insurgents on Reach?
So what now?
Wolves' children are fierce hunters. But while any wolf can hunt and kill
So
a
they're
rabbit,
thinking back on the lesson.
What the?
I need help! My friend is hurt!
Go bring that girl back. Yes, sir. Where's the girl?
I think I broke my leg.
Oh, I got your broken leg right here, kid.
Oh, damn. Superhero landing.
What the hell?
Alright, we're back at the academy.
Trainee 117 was just explaining why he attacked and injured UNSC soldiers. And why he stole the property they were left to guard.
You flew home.
Not exactly. I rigged the autopilot to return to base, ma'am.
Damn.
And you brought them all home?
So, Doctor, what do we do with this one?
Well, Mendez, I suggest a promotion to squad leader.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you got a promotion.
What is the highest rank I can attain?
Master Chief Petty Officer.
Then I will.
Oh, you will.
Perhaps you will at that.
Permission, John?
Whoa.
Is to survive.
Augmentations. Yeah, because there's not like 100% success rate. 6 years later.
Samuel 034, Blue Team Mission Report. I don't remember the operation, but when we awoke,
Medical
something
facility endurance. Damn,
new.
look at those scars. But not all survived.
Replay the message, Deja.
Message from Admiral Saronis Jeromi, Chief Medical Officer, Research Station Hopeful.
Catherine, I wish I had better news. Further analysis has yielded zero alternatives to mitigate the risks in your proposed hypothetical experimentation. But I understand the theoretical framework, Catherine, and admire the imagination.
Whoa.
But I hope it is, in fact, a hypothetical study. Cardiovascular failure, and even Fletcher's syndrome.
Fletcher syndrome.
You proposed the use of lab animals, simian proxies in your tests, and any more than half of the subjects survived this process.
Damn. So in the last mission, everyone came back home alive, but this one is pretty much out of like John's control. How many died?
How many dead, Deja?
27 deceased. 36% of the candidates.
Damn.
Children. 36% of the children.
The subjects are
I like how
just
Halsey
one half
corrected
of
the
equation.
AI. Basically, she's saying like they may be candidates, but they're
correct.
still children.
Doctor?
UNSC Atlas.
Duty. Honor. Self-sacrifice.
we were 14 when we lost almost half of our comrades to augmentation failures.
We shall remember our dead. Honors. Attention!
Kids I grew up with, never said goodbye to.
We commit the bodies of our fallen to space.
Alright, well at least they're giving a proper burial or proper send off to the deceased candidates who didn't make it through the augmentation processing.
It didn't sit well with John.
Where are you taking my men?
They can't fight anymore. They don't belong here.
What happens to them?
The Navy takes care of its own. Their minds are still sharp, and our war effort can always use soldiers for less physical duties.
So probably like administration work.
A leader must be ready to send the men under his command to their deaths. Your duty is to the mission.
I'm sorry, sir, but I fail to see how that applies to this situation.
The lesson is sacrifice. It is acceptable to spend lives when necessary, squad leader. What is not acceptable is to waste said lives.
That's also a good lesson.
Spent or wasted?
That's gonna have John thinking for a long time.
Me and Kells are going to the shooting range later. You in?
No. I'm going to hit the gym.
Oh, first person point of view.
For weeks after augmentation, every bone in our bodies ached.
Alright, bulking
Our
up.
eyes throbbed and bled. We got headaches. Fell down. Dr. Halsey told us our brains would have to relearn how to work with our new bodies. Learn how to use new strength and speed.
Oh, reflexes.
Easy.
ODST.
And it was frustrating. If you were his superior officer, he obeyed you.
Oh,
If
because
you were
he
in
took out the
squad,
pin.
He would die for you. Then God help you.
Damn! Oh!
Heart rate steady, pulse level.
And they're just watching?
barely breaking a sweat.
What? I'm gonna stop this now.
Oh!
Attention!
Man, he was about to kill that guy.
Those men, was this a test?
You engaged and neutralized the threat, squad leader.
I was defending myself.
Sacrifice is a necessary consequence of war.
But sir, they were wasted, not spent.
So now John's gonna feel guilty for taking lives? Well, I mean, friendly lives, I meant. But now he's gonna, like, contemplate whether it was, like, necessary or not.
But I've been attempting to decode a transmission from the planet Harvest.
Show me what you have.
That looks like a Covenant ship.
I'm accelerating the schedule. I want a test in a combat mission. Brass wants Spartans deployed, and so do I.
Alright, so Spartans are about to get their first mission. Combat mission. UNSC Pioneer.
Colonel Robert Watts earned his rank in the UNSC, but in 2512 he went turncoat, and now leads the insurrectionist forces in the Eridanus system.
Okay, so ex-UNSC officer turned insurrectionist.
Spartans, you will be dropped at the Eridanus 2 space docks. You will be dressed the same as members of the laden crew. Be prepared for anything. Finally, squad leader, you are hereby promoted to Petty Officer 3rd Class.
Nice. I know that's a E4 in the Navy.
I can never get shut-eye before a mission.
Oh, they're just sleeping in hammocks?
Where did everyone go?
John? Where were you when
Whoa.
we needed you?
What have you got?
I picked up where Kelly left off, and I found something odd in the ship's manifest. Hidden in the standard rations, there's a single crate of cigars, steaks, and chocolates. Luxury items.
That crate is going to Watts.
Precisely what I was thinking.
Rebel stronghold in the red. You know what? I'm gonna give up saying it.
On the monorail, headed towards the tallest building in town.
Only the best for Colonel Watts.
Top floor. Helmets on. Move out.
Alright, blue team's first combat mission.
Fresh badge, Colonel.
Oh.
It was going well. We felt good. We got cocky.
Yeah, because they're just taking out targets with ease.
Sam, look out!
John, can you hear me?
John got hit?
That should have been me.
Biofoam will keep your guts where they belong till we get home. It's going to hurt.
That was stupid, John. Queen doesn't sacrifice everything to collect a pawn.
All the pieces go back in the same box when the game is done. You hit?
Nope. I'm lucky. Some idiot caught my bullet for me.
They really do look after one another.
Won't take me alive.
Oh, nice shot.
Sam, load the cargo.
But I know two things, son. One, none of you are getting out alive. And two, I am absolutely not getting in that damn box.
I don't think you have a choice. Alright, back on Reach.
Who's that?
Uniform says Keys. Maybe he's here to interrogate Watts?
Keys? Like, Captain Keys? Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
What do you think it is? Insurrection revenge strike?
It's something else. Something big.
I'm Vice Admiral Stanforth. This is Harvest. Population of 3 million. A peaceful and productive farming world. On February 3rd, at 14:23 hours, the Harvest orbital platform made long-range radar contact with this object. All contact with Harvest was lost. Command assembled a battle group. What they found was all that was left of Harvest. 3 million lives lost.
Damn.
The colony burned to ash. Power like humanity has never seen.
Okay, so this is their very first encounter with the Covenant and the very first time they witnessed glassing of the planet.
We destroyed the Vostok in Arabia in under a minute, using highly advanced weapons and impenetrable shielding. The Heracles escaped into slip space with substantial damage and brought this intel back. They will not negotiate. They will not communicate. They cannot be reasoned or bartered with. Humanity will fight back. But we've already seen that we cannot do it with the blunt instrument of a fleet. We received a message before the attack, in UEG base English.
Humans, your destruction is the will of the gods, and we are that instrument.
Oh no.
Kelly 087 of Blue Team. Mission debrief.
I like how each like member of Blue Team is like debriefing like each mission. UNSC Commonwealth.
We were on the Commonwealth, en route to Kai Seti 4. When we weren't in cryo, we were all crammed into the bunk room. There was always more prep, more planning.
Does Project MJOLNIR mean anything to anyone?
Oh.
Be some kind of weapon.
So this is where they're gonna start getting their armor.
Code names.
Spartan 117, report to the bridge.
Yes, ma'am.
There it is again.
Doctor, that puts our ghost at 80 million clicks. Even if it were a ship, and I don't concur that it is, it would take an hour to get within weapons range.
This is not widely known, Captain, but the alien ships at Harvest disappeared, then reappeared much closer.
An intra-system jump.
We believe so, Spartan.
Not possible.
We'll take the dropship. I will see these Spartans make it to Project MJOLNIR.
All hands to battle stations. This is not a drill. Reactors to 90%, come about to course 125. All hands, brace for impact.
Covenant. Oh, hit.
They call themselves the Covenant.
Damn, with that shielding.
Bring the ship around and arm the Mac.
The Mac.
Unlike the missiles, the Mac Round 101 is an unguided projectile, so the firing solution has to be perfectly aligned to hit.
Oh. It's basically that big projectile or barrel in the center. Oh, it went through! Yeah, but the Commonwealth is taking a beating.
Mac system destroyed, Captain.
The Commonwealth carries nuclear missiles, correct?
Detonation at this range would destroy us as well. Arm the nuclear warhead.
They're about to fire a nuke.
Proximity detonator at 100 meters. Fire!
All longsword interceptors vaporized. Covenant chip? Intact, sir.
No.
So a nuke did nothing to them? Kai City 4.
This is Project MJOLNIR.
MJOLNIR wasn't just weapons tech. It was Halsey's endgame, her force multiplied.
Finally, the armor.
We were only half of the plan. The armor was the other.
The armor shell is a multi-layer alloy of remarkable strength. And on
Judging by the cost of MJOLNIR armor video that I witnessed, that's a few $100 million right there on that platform.
of a new reactive metal liquid crystal that is amorphous, yet fractally scales and amplifies force.
Sign me up!
And the drawbacks, ma'am?
This system is so reactive that our previous tests with unaugmented volunteers ended in failure. The amplified movements broke their bones, tore their muscles. Their own agony-induced spasms killed them. But you are not normal humans. Your enhanced
Oh my god.
skeletons should be enough to allow you to harness the armor's power.
I'll be first.
I thought you might.
So only augmented individuals can operate the armor.
It's shifting.
Each suit has a gel-filled layer to regulate temperature and fit. John, ready for your first step?
Yes, ma'am.
We couldn't watch, but we couldn't turn away. It felt like the entire fate of humanity lay in one step.
It's lighter than I expected.
Well, how does it feel?
Like I was made to wear it, ma'am.
John was right. He was made to wear it. We all were.
Wow. Look at that.
Spartans. This is what we've trained our
I like the
entire
different
lives to
modifications
do.
that each suit
If
has.
we lose here, we lose everything.
Alright, time for Blue Team's first mission in the MJOLNIR armor.
We're small enough they won't see us coming. I hope.
Here we go.
The turrets. The shields have to at least iris for them to fire.
We time this right and we're behind their shields.
Whoa!
On my mark. Mark! Go, go, go!
I'm not going to make it!
Nice save. Alright, they're inside the ship.
Everyone makes it.
I like that. Everyone makes it.
Oni had theorized the Covenant was more than just one race.
And they're correct.
This helped confirm it.
Mm-hmm. A grunt?
aren't bulletproof. Good to know.
Speaking of which, does the Mjolnir
Like
armor
Sam's,
have energy
tissue,
shielding yet?
Armor, weapons. Oni will want it.
Oh. It's cloaked.
My heart stopped when Sam took the shot in the chest.
Oh no.
Biophone won't seal this.
That was stupid, Sam.
You did the same thing for me.
That was different.
They can't afford to lose you, John.
So basically that's like a repayment for what he did earlier with Colonel Watts.
I'll arm the warhead. You two.
Contacts!
Uh-oh.
Got shields!
Only in the front.
Oh, nice shot.
I'll seal the door.
By the way, it confirms, looks like Mjolnir armor doesn't have energy shielding yet.
Warhead countdown set. Let's move.
You guys should get moving.
You guys? You're not coming?
Kelly.
No! We don't leave anyone behind!
My suit is breached. I step into that vacuum, and I'm dead anyway.
We don't leave anyone behind!
So Sam doesn't make it?
He's not staying to die, Kelly. He's staying to fight.
I know Spartans don't cry, but for once, I was glad for the helmet. Sam was our first loss since Augmentation.
Going down fighting, nice.
We thought training, augmentation, armor made us untouchable, invulnerable. We were wrong. We were children.
Rest in peace, Sam.
I was 14 then. All I can think about was that day.
Looks like they went back to the spot where they made that mark during that one mission.
Sam carved our mark into the world. Right here in the wilderness. Before it was all burned.
For Sam. For Sam.
Sam fell first. And yet he showed us that the Covenant could be killed. Sam proved we could win this war. Every battle won is built on the foundation of that sacrifice. If we survive this, it's because Sam showed us the way.
What a great way to honor him.
Sam was my friend. He was my brother. He was our brother. Last time we were here, I asked Sam to
I like how
trust me
Master
to take
Chief
us
didn't even
home,
take off his helmet.
to follow me. Will you trust me now? Will you follow me?
Alright guys, that was Halo Fall of Reach. And this was an amazing movie. Even though it was like an hour long, I say it was very informative. And I'm just like scrolling down the comments right now, and looks like everyone really likes this, like saying how it accurately portrays Dr. Halsey as a scientist, and it blows the Halo TV show out of the water, and saying we should have more of this. And I gotta say, it was amazing to see like John 117's like backstory. So like going all the way back, if we want to talk about this like chronological. So Dr. Halsey, I don't know who that other male like doctor or scientist was, and they like posed as like just like regular people, Like they try to get they like got out of their like Oni uniforms and just posed as just like travelers or something, and they went to Elysium City and they found John. Now John was playing King of the Hill, and wow, 6 years old, and he's already beaten the hell out of the other children. That kick and headbutt and everything. But also, I'm guessing that like coin toss that Dr. Halsey did on John was like a test on like his like reflexes or like eyesight speed or something like that, and it proved that like some of the candidates, not some, the candidates that were chosen, all 75, were just like naturally genetically faster, stronger, and has like quicker reflexes compared to like other children. And I also liked how they showed like them taking away the children and replacing them with the Flash clones. And I like how they also like explain like we couldn't use Flash clones because they like broke down way too quickly. So basically that was just like a cover up of like the Flash clones being used, and I know every single one of them perish. So basically the parents thought their kids died. And one funny moment I say was like that like instructor with like the stun baton, he was calling that candidate Jorge, and kid said like, my name is George. All he was doing is just like correcting the instructor on his name, but the instructor wasn't having it. So 75 start off, but then they started showing us the casualties. Like I remember one drowned, one was slumped against the tree, his nose was bleeding, another was like face down into the mud. And as time passed, with the casualties, they also showed like the mental tests, like the history lessons of like the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae. I gotta check out that movie again, 300, because I'm like, it's been a long time since I saw it. And basically the lessons and like their namesake as well. We may be few, but we win. And as time passed, John started learning a few lessons. At first, he only looked after himself, saying like, I am the superior one. I am the best out of all. But it was that like one like test where the last team couldn't eat dinner, where he started seeing like, it's not about me. I have to be a leader. I have to look after everyone. And as you saw, like he took that lesson to heart, and on that next mission where they had to like find their way back in the wilderness of Reach, and every single one of them like made it back home, that's where he finally learned his lesson, and he got promoted to squad leader. But you can see that how he really does care. He has like emotions. When some of his like team members died and they were given a proper send-off in space, he started like questioning, was it necessary, or was there ways to prevent it, or were their lives just wasted? And then I think that's like where he really like took that into like consideration when he encountered those like 3 ODST members. Now granted, it was an accident, like he didn't mean to take out the pin, but the ODSTs just think like they were just like that John was just like screwing with them, or like trying to get them injured from like those plates falling. But John just like fought back and defended himself. But I'm pretty sure the way he hits and how strong Spartans hit, I'm pretty sure he definitely killed those ODST members. But and then after that, that's where he started thinking like, was it necessary? I know I defended myself, but we're still on the same team. So was it like a necessary death, or did I just like unnecessarily like take the lives of my own team members? And I saw, and what I really liked was the first mission, they didn't even have like armor, but John was willing to like sacrifice himself to save another team member, which was Sam. And they successfully like captured Colonel Watts and brought him back home. And that's where Project MJOLNIR starts kicking in, and then after that, the Spartans finally got the armors. But as soon as I saw the armors, the video where I watched on the Halo lore and theory video of like the cost of MJOLNIR armor, the first thing I was just thinking is like, man, that's a few $100 million right there on the platform already. But I also like how they explained like why only augmented people can take it, because I was thinking like, why not just like create those like armor? I know they're expensive. Why not create more armors for like other Spartans or maybe ODSTs? But they showed like non-augmented individuals, if they just like slightly move in the armor, their bones break and muscles tear, and they'll die from the like spasms. So that's really cool to see. And how their first encounter with the Covenant, like they were trying to like use nukes, they were trying to use everything, but they proved like the Covenant technology and weapons are like more advanced than the humans encountered, and the first time they witnessed the glassing of a planet, which was Planet Harvest. And I didn't know that Planet Harvest was the very first planet to be glassed. I'm pretty sure they explained in the Halo Origin and Theory video that I watched, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember everything in that video because it's been a while, and I've been like watching other things and doing other things like outside of my life, like school and work and everything. So, but it was really cool to see, and how they honored Sam's memory, because he was the very first to die like after the augmentation, and they honored saying like his sacrifice proves that like the Covenant could be beaten. They may be like superior numbers, technology, and weapons, but we could win. And at the end there, you can see how they're so much older. And after that, Chief never took off his helmet. And now we saw Blue Team. And I do remember seeing Blue Team in Halo 5, the like in the Mark II armors, and that explains there's only like 4 of them, including Master Chief. So originally there were 5, including Sam, but that explains why Sam was never there. But I do remember some of the names like Kelly, as you guys mentioned in the Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn movie. They were shown at the end there, and the numbers do match and everything. So it's really cool to see like their backstory and like the explanation of like the origin of the Spartan program and how it pretty much like started and how it evolved over time. So this was an amazing movie. It was very informative. So again, thank you guys for recommending this movie to me, because I really enjoyed watching it. So enough of that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this movie, and also keep an eye out for more content, and also check out my other videos on my channel. And again, thank you guys so much for your continued support in this channel. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys next time.